Today we're going to dive into a topic that's been on many people's minds, the state of freedom of speech in the United States. Specifically, we'll be discussing how political correctness, wokeness, and cancel culture are impacting this fundamental right. So let's get into it. Freedom of speech is a cornerstone of American democracy. It's enshrined in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution and has been a vital part of the country's identity since its founding. The idea is simple. Everyone has the right to express their opinions, even if those opinions are unpopular or controversial. This freedom allows for open debate, the exchange of ideas, and the ability to challenge authority. It's essential for progress and for holding those in power accountable. But in recent years, many have argued that freedom of speech is under threat in the United States. Political correctness started with good intentions. It was about encouraging people to be mindful of their language and to avoid offending others, especially marginalized groups. However, what began as a push for respectful discourse has in some cases evolved into a tool of censorship. In today's climate, people are increasingly afraid to speak their minds for fear of being labeled as insensitive or worse. This self-censorship can stifle meaningful conversation and prevent us from tackling important issues head-on. The fear of saying the wrong thing or using the wrong terminology is causing many to stay silent, and that's a problem. The term wokeness has become a buzzword in recent years. Originally, it referred to being aware of social injustices and working to correct them. But the political correctness wokeness has been co-opted in some circles to enforce a rigid set of beliefs. People who don't align with these beliefs can find themselves ostracized or labeled as ignorant or problematic. This creates an environment where only certain perspectives are allowed to be voiced, while others are shut down or dismissed without consideration. This isn't just bad for freedom of speech, it's bad for intellectual diversity and free exchange of ideas. Perhaps the most significant threat to freedom of speech today is cancel culture. Cancel culture is the practice of publicly shaming individuals or companies for statements or actions they are deemed offensive or unacceptable. While accountability is important, cancel culture goes often beyond holding someone responsible. It can lead to people losing their jobs, being blacklisted from industries, and having their lives turned upside down, all because of something they said, sometimes years ago. The result is a chilling effect where people are afraid to express themselves out of fear of being canceled. This isn't just happening to public figures. Everyday people are also feeling the pressure to conform to the prevailing social norms, or else risk being ostracized. The impact of political correctness, wokeness, and cancel culture on freedom of speech is profound. When people are afraid to speak their minds, we lose the diversity of thought that is essential for a healthy democracy. We also lose the ability to have honest, open discussions about difficult topics. Moreover, the constant fear of being canceled or ostracized leads to increased polarization. Instead of engaging in constructive dialogue, people retreat into echo chambers where their views are never challenged, and this only deepens the divides in our society. So what can we do about it? It's important to recognize that freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences, but it does mean that we should be able to have difficult conversations without fear of being silenced. We need to foster an environment where different points of views can be expressed, debated, and challenged respectfully. As a society, we should strive to balance accountability with forgiveness and criticism with understanding. Only then can we protect freedom of speech while also promoting a more just and equitable society. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care of your money.